his son says, if my father told you he wanted you to do something, you would know it. It wouldn't be, there would be no mystery about it.
Right.
And when he says, I think I'd like to see you let it go.
And the wisest thing Paul Ryan's ever said is, we have a businessman in office. He's not a seasoned politician. Thank God!
Right.
And, that he doesn't know. So he said, I hope you'll let this guy, I hope you'll let this guy go or ease off on him or whatever. He's a good guy.
Right.
Now,
what's wrong with that statement? Isn't that a reflection of how good he is in his heart?
Well, he's supposed to have no heart, these dimwits.
Yeah.
It's just like now, now I know there's real jerkos. Now for us, for normal males, have you ever groped a woman? No.
No.
Either have I. Never have I groped a woman. Have I ever wanted to grope a woman? No. If you're getting ready to engage in intimacy, I don't know. You're going to touch everybody everywhere, what. But anyway, so what's the other thing? What about the joke? It's getting to the point where now we've got this character named Bill Cosby. Now you and I are normal, so we don't get it though. See, we're normal guys. There's a lot of there's a lot of oddities out there. And there are a lot of men. I had a friend of mine, Paula Robertson. She's now deceased. And there was this creep, Bobby, was that his name, up in Albany, New York. And he mans the station. Well, she walked into, he was the manager. And she was in sales. She was the number one salesperson. And she was suing them last I knew, but then I know she got cancer. And I wonder if she got cancer because she was so upset with all this stuff. But she had walked into a room in his office, and guess what he had exposed,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you want some of this or something? What kind of a jerk from the other side of the universe is that? That guy needs to be punched out. I'd like to walk in right there. I'd like to punch the guy out. Like in the movies.
They're sick people. They are sick people.
But women have to know that we're not all like that.
Sure
of course, there's probably some women that really, if there are men like that, then maybe
there's be women like that.
There's women that like it.
Yeah. Well, there's very few, I'm sure, but
I don't think there's many. But I don't know. I don't know.
There's everything out there, but
we got to talk to God one day about this testosterone thing that he.
What I like about Rubio, he asked one question.
Yeah, what did Rubio ask?
He said everything leaked except the fact that Trump was not under investigation. That did not leak. Why was that?
Yeah. Who said that? No, go Rubio. By the way, Mr. B, I don't know if you can help me at all, but I forgot to bring my glasses with me, and I don't have any glasses. I can't read the paper. I can't read my notes. I just have to keep floundering around.
I can read all that.
Yeah, because you went to see Dr. Mallon at Center for Advanced Eye Care. So this is the way we slip in an advertisement for Dr. Mallon. So that's
correct.
Right. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Mr.
good.
B, would you do me a favor? Would you mind to go out to my car and just in between the seats, there's some new eyeglasses I purchased.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I didn't get
top of the line.
I didn't go to the dollar store. Here, it's open. Yeah.
Top of the line glasses?
Thank you, Mr. B. I didn't go to the dollar store.
Are they top of the line?
No, I went to the flea market. I haven't been to the flea market in 18 years.
God almighty.
Have you ever been up to that flea market in Melbourne?
No, I've heard it's very good.
Actually, there's very nice people.
Uh-huh.
But it's real, what's the word, working class?
Blue collar.
Blue collar. But I don't know.
There's a little blue collar in all of us.
You're darn right.
and thank God for that.
Well,
that's
maybe the world would be a little better if it was a little more blue collar.
That's true.
I know there's oddities there too, and there's thieves that abound. There's thieves that abound that are wearing white collars, and there's thieves that abound that are wearing blue collars and no collars.
Right.
And then there's really good people.
Absolutely.
And how you discern is a tough, because I've learned one thing. And if you're listening and you're a skunk, why don't you just turn off my show? I don't even want anything to do with it. But if it looks like a skunk, smells like a skunk, acts like a skunk, do they skunks know that they're skunks?
Well, that's what I was going to say. They don't perceive themselves as skunks.
Just like there's the son of a wealthy individual in town here who had a little cafe or whatever it was, a little deli, and he, thank you very much. Oh, it's on. Thank you. And so, he advertised, and then it went out of business. It just won't pay. It's only a few $1,000s, but it's like, I mean, they have gazillion dollars. And it's like, I do not understand the character of somebody that won't pay the bill. And then we had this other character who had a show on here and emailed Barbara, said, I'm going to pay this off. This was last October, not this past October, over a year ago October. Here she's coming back from cancer and everything. You think that, he's got a bill, pay it. I just don't understand this. I mean, really, before I go down,
What does that mean?
like, in other words, I would like you to do this. I'm going to give you a list.
Oh, boy.
And if I should die or have a stroke or whatever,
Right.
one final issue of Vero's Voice magazine should go out. And it's going to be, I should write it in advance and put it under lock and key.
Okay.
Where I tell the truth as I see it. Okay, hold on. The truth
As I see it.
as I see it. And it would be keep it under lock and key. And then, should something happen to me, I'd like it to be released in Vero Beach. Because people need to be exposed for the culprits they are. There's lots of good people, there's lots of not nice people.
Are you going to put the good people in, too, or just the bad ones?
That might be a good idea. We should have a good section.
We have
Like
a
a
good
Clem,
section.
Clem the Diddle Copper outside town. Who's the guy Clem? Clem, what's his name? Something Clem. He ran for office. His wife used to be the tax collector.
Right.
Now, I've never dealt with him business wise.
Right.
But I know enough about him to know he's a man of integrity. Mm-hmm. When I think of a good, like a upstanding guy, that's the guy I think of.
Mr. Clem, an attorney.
When I think of honesty, without a doubt,
Right.
I think
Me,
of
Dave Walsh.
Gary
Wheeler.
Gary Wheeler. I do.
So
when I think of
Gary
integrity,
Wheeler is more honest than me.
No.
And Chuck.
No, no,
Chuck,
no.
You got the sign.
You can't put yourself in the list, though. You're just not. What am I going to do? Agree with you? I have to come up with this on my own.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, also, Don Proctor. There's a man of integrity. You don't have. There's no such thing as 99% integrity.
Okay.
Let's see who else.
So I'm not on any of these lists.
Well, I would like.
The oldest.
What?
The oldest.
You're the oldest on the list.
That's the only attribute that I have on your list.
Oh, come on.
One thing I'll say about Dave, he's the oldest guy I know. Okay, well, that's good.
You're not the oldest guy I know.
Oh, good. There's somebody older.
I don't know. I got to think about it. What people want to know is, how do you, at 91 years of age, have such clarity of mind?
Because of association with you.
Crying
over the
out
years.
loud.
My association with Mr. Palmer has made me alert.
Now, you can't let anything happen to you.
No,
But like my Aunt Hattie used to say, she says, she was like nearly 90. She says, hey, I was only a 15-year-old kid. She says, we don't know any promises. You could be gone tomorrow and I could still be here. And that's the truth.
Absolutely. Particularly when we consider all things.
Yeah. He wants to broach that subject again, huh?
I didn't say.
You're talking of my girth. I know you are.
Well,
yes, you are.
Only physicians say that there's a problem with that. And what do they know?
What do they know?
Right. So we don't have to worry
I
about that.
just don't like the idea of going hungry. I don't want to be hungry. I like food. It's one of the only enjoyments I get out of this visit to Earth.
Right.
Yes.
Really? That's all you get? Food?
Well, you can't trust people like you used to.
Well, you don't have to trust all of them. All you have to trust.
You know what the shame of it is? You got a few nasty people in town.
Ruin it for all of us. Good people.
Well, yes, because you a guy like me, you get picked on if you're out there. And of course, as what's her name, Gloria Swanson said, they only pick on the trees that have fruit.
Right.
And the birds only pick on the trees that have fruit. So, but anyway, so you get a few mean, nasty people, and then you
What
start
does
to
that
think.
mean? They only pick on birds that have.
In other words, you got to be doing something. If you're doing something, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. If you stick out like a sore thumb, there's going to people who just don't like you just because you stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, that's true.
He's arrogant. And then I go out on the street after people convince me that these kind of people convince me that people are talking about you. And then you get out on the street and they go, I've never heard anything bad about you at all, Rhett. No? Honestly? No. A lot of people, they love you. They listen to you every morning, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But, you get it. It's like, and this is not unique to me. I've had other people say it. You get in front of an audience. Have you spoken in front of any audiences, like when you ran your Cadillac dealerships and stuff like that?
I've spoken in front of audiences under many occasions.
Okay. So you're looking out and you're scanning, you're panning left to right, and you see this one person. Perhaps it's a man with his arms crossed, like I have these crossed right now. And he's kind of looking like, humph, I don't know. I don't think I like this guy. That's his look anyway. And so what do? You focus in on this character because you want to win him over. Not the 999 that are in there and going, yay, Dave. We love you, Dave. But there's this one guy and you go, why does this guy not like me? I got to win him over. It's the same reason that children prefer, defer to, and obsess upon the parent that abuses them. What did I do wrong to make this person be mean to me or whatever it is?
The prodigal son.
No, we're not talking about any prodigal son. We're talking about abused people. Children protect the abuser over the other one, and they will outwardly give it almost like a preference to the one that's abusing them as opposed to the good parent, because they know they have the love of the good parent.
The prodigal son is
Not
elevated.
The prodigal son is a spiritual.
He's elevated over the son that stays at home.
No, we're not.
No, that's nothing to do with it.
No, you want to get into Bible land? We'll go to Bible land. Okay, let's go to Bible land.
No,
Okay,
no,
the
no.
prodigal son. There's these two rich kids, these
Right.
two rich guys, and they have a rich daddy. Okay. So the one says, I don't really like it, or he's got rebellion in his blood. Now, the other boy is just working away and tilling the land and doing everything right for his wealthy father.
Right.
The one boy says, I don't like this. Father, I want out of here. Give me my inheritance now. I want my inheritance now. So the father gives him his gold.
Right.
And he wanders off, and wine, women, and song. Well, anyway, he ends up down on his luck. Things don't work out too well, and he's working there taking care of the pigs for some other guy. And he said, what am I doing working with the pigs? The servants that work for my father are treated better than the pigs than the people are treated here, let alone the pigs, or the pigs eat better there than they do. Well, whatever, you know. You get the drift. I'm tired. I just woke up. So, an hour ago. Anyway, so he wanders back home, and it says as he's coming up the street, the father sees him, and the father runs to him. My son, my son. He says, Dad, you know, could I come and I'll be a servant. I'll do anything. I just want to come home. I don't care. I'd rather take care of your pigs. He says, come home, and he puts a cloak. My son was dead, but now he's alive. And he says, we're going to throw a party for him, and we're going to put a cloak upon his back and a ring upon his finger. See, like this ring I got.
Uh-huh.
Well, this is a ring where you can. You've seen that those days you could neither buy nor sell. You would when you had the hot wax on the paper, then you would take the ring. It gave you the power to buy or sell. You see? Carte blanche. Okay. So anyway, so the other son gets jealous and says, "What are you doing? I've been here in Faithful all these years. You never give a party for me." He says, "Son, I've always loved you. You've always been here. But my other son, he was dead. Now he's alive. Come in for, And anyway, so that's the story of the prodigal son.
Thank you very much for that.
The Rhett Palmer version.
Well, that's good.
That was your trip. See these guys.
And
Put a little reverb on my voice quickly. Okay, little reverb. Are you ready? And that was your trip to Bible Land.
And that is the rest of the story.
All right, we're going to take a little break, ladies and gentlemen. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce. You look out the window, you see my new vehicle, Mr. Walsh.
Right.
Look out.
Beautiful, beautiful.
My black Mercedes-Benz, the E-Class. Where did I get the deal of the century? At Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce with Mark. And Mark is the salesman we use down there, and they will give you an excellent deal too, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time. Right now, the sale is on. Test drive a brand new E-Class Mercedes-Benz, or how about the GLE? The GLE, which is an SUV, and it is lovely, lovely, lovely. So make sure you check out Mercedes-Benz of Fort Pierce.
You have the power to help us help others. Treasure Coast Community Health is a local health care provider for everyone. No one is turned down due to economic circumstances. Your generous support can help many in need.
We may not be able to leave today.
Inc.org.
Why?
I'm leaving at this 9 o'clock bullshit.
Why?
No, we got to turn.